Welcome to the Silent Trading channel. Today I'll be analyzing the chart on Friday the 16th of January to see whether the chart has break below and what is it gonna do right now. But please, before you watch, please leave a subscribe, like, comment and share if you like this video, because that would help a lot in supporting me in creating more and more quality content. So right now I'm gonna start by analyzing the 4-hour time frame or the 4-hour candle, because normally I use the 4-hour candle because it is at the middle of is it in the between all time frame, and by being in between all time frame means that most of the time the middle one will have the most weight in directing the trend, right? Though it couldn't beat the daily or the weekly candle or the daily or the weekly trend, but as you can see that we need to have the the straight between time frame to be able to direct the trend correctly, right? Unless the daily and the weekly time frame is gonna force its own trend on the H4, on the H1, right? So I need to start by analyzing the H4, because H4 is the middle of all time frame, is in the middle, which means it will have the most weight, or I'll be saying that H4 is the most balanced time frame to trade, because it is in between the daily, the weekly, the monthly, and in between the 1 hour, the 30 minutes, the 15 minutes time frame, right? So we'll start by looking at the H4 or the 4-hour time frame. As you can see in the 4-hour time frame, the price has break below once already, right? But the price breaking below once doesn't mean anything unless price is able to close below what? Close below support. And as I have been telling you for the past few video, that when price goes into a sideways direction, right? Goes into a sideways or a consolidation, it consolidates to create resistance and support, right? And when it is in a consolidation, it doesn't accumulate in the consolidation. It only accumulates buy or sell volume when price need to break, because in the chart, in the consolidation, the price is always creating resistance, is always creating support, which means those support and resistance created only for the chart to accumulate buy volumes as support when the price is breaking below, and only for the market to accumulate sell volume when the price is breaking above, which means when price break below, price needs to touch support, right? So when touching support means triggering buy limit or triggering buyers into market executioning buy orders, which means buyers are accumulate over here. All of this support over here are accumulating buyers, right? So by accumulating buyers, price is gonna dump on buyers, as you can see, right? Price has already dumped on buyers that are buying at the support, right? Because when price goes into a consolidation or goes into a sideways, price tend to push up, push down, push up, push down in a box of consolidation, right? Which means that most of the time it will start causing people to believe that the price is not going to break above or break below soon, correct? So by causing people to believe that the price is not going to break above or break below soon, people will start waiting to buy at the bottom of the box or sell at the above of the box, right? Sell limits will be over here. Sell limit, right? So there'll be sell limits over here. There'll also be buy limits over here, at least at the bottom of the block, correct? So when we know that there are sell limits and buy limits at the bottom and the top of the box, we do know that when price is gonna break, the price is gonna trigger all these sell and buy limits. Alright? It is either triggering buy or sell limits, or it is causing people who are waiting to enter a position for them to buy at the bottom and to sell at the top, right? So when price touch buy limits or trigger buy limits, which means price is accumulating buy volume. So when price accumulate buy volumes and have accumulate enough, price will dump on the buyers, right? So when price dump on the buyers, this dump over here from the last buy limits that will be on the box, right? This dump over here pushed down about 2,000 plus pips or about 3,000 plus pip, which means this is a spot that caused buyers to close their position. So buyers close position, buyers close orders, right? From market pressuring, pressuring or stop losses, which means this is a spot that market has cleared off buyers from the market, as you can see, right? So when buyers are off from the market, that is when the price is going to reverse, right? It doesn't reverse yet in the 4-hour time frame because this is just a candle pullback. But in the lower time frame, the market has caused a reversal, right? Reversal has happened in the lower time frame right now, which means after clearing off buyers and reversal has created in the lower time frame, which means if this reversal in the lower time frame is complete, which means completing a reversal means price is gonna start moving upwards, correct? But we do not know that price is really or not gonna start moving outwards until we know that the 4-hour time frame start pushing up and start closing above resistance, because for the price to start moving upwards and going on its trend, the 4-hour time frame needs to start triggering sell limits or start accumulating sellers in the market. So we do know that price needs to go up only when it has start accumulating sellers in the market or sell volumes in the market. So right now, there are only buyers in the market, right? Because price has dropped, and pressuring buyers from closing their orders or stop losses doesn't mean all buyers are out of market right now, which means right now there are buyers in the market, but they are lesser because a number of them would have been pressured into closing their position. A number of them would have their stop loss triggered, right? Or they call it liquidity sweep, right? So which means stop hunt has triggered and now pulling back. The next thing we have to do is we need to wait for this candle to close this candle. So if this candle is going to close around here right now, right? And a body candle close below support means that price is still going to drop downward. And this wick over here means that there are also liquidity waiting over here, and there will be next what? There will be buy limits waiting at this wick over here, because a new low will be the place that people are waiting to buy, which means if price is not gonna start reversing and pushing up, then price is gonna start retracing and then pushing down, because it is only gonna push down to create a new low before starting to create a reversal below this low over here. So price, if it is going to go up and go on its original trend, it will have to push up right now, or either close as a red candle and then push up and then break this resistance over here, correct? So there's nothing we can do right now unless you have placed buy limits from this low over here or from previous high, right? So for those of you who have placed buy limits at previous high, previous all-time high over here, you would have your order placed right now, which means your order or your position is in a profitable phase right now, correct? It is in a floating profit, right? A positive floating profit, which means if you're gonna close right now, you can close your position, you can take profit over here, because this is a spot that is gonna decide whether the price is gonna drop down further or the price is gonna start reversing. Which means if you're gonna close your position right here, you can close now, because this movement over here would have been enough for take profit about 2,000 to 3,000 pips. But if you're not going to close, you're going to wait for it to at least try to take the next high, correct? Trigger the next high, or at least wait for the price to push up, start triggering sell limits, start attracting sellers or accumulating sell volume. If the price really does that and push up and start accumulating sell volume, which means your buy position over here that you have gotten from the previous all-time high would have more and more profit. So this is the only way to understand that the price is going to give you more profit, or the price or the chart is going to give you lesser profit. So if you have a mean of understanding the market, understanding the movement behind each price action, understanding the narrative behind each price action, you're going to be able to trade better and better, because after knowing the market's attitude, after knowing the market's price action and every movement between and every movement and reasoning between each price action, you will be able to understand that the price is going to push up further or the price is going to push down further, because every movement has a reason, right? Price is either going to accumulate, or it is either going to clear. But right now we know that the price has already cleared off buy volume or buy limits or buy orders, right? The price has already taken out buy orders, which means if price is going to start reversing, it is not weird. It isn't wrong to be reversing right now. But as you can see that the price is slowly in a sideways phase down, right? A sideways down phase means that price is still gonna what? Price is still gonna accumulate buyers and buyers and buyers and buyers and start then and will once again drop down to dump on buyers, right? Which means right now there will be people panic buying or follow buying on the market as much as they could until the market has pressured them into stop buying, right? The market is going to pressure them, making them stop buying before the market can start pushing upward. So right now we do not know that the market is going to push upward or not, right? But when the market has break below, we has our buy limit placed, and or we wait to buy when the market has break below, because at the least, as I told you in the previous video, that at least you buy when the market has break below is buy waiting for the price to at least push up and clear. So at the least my prediction over here is right, correct? Because the market has break down, right? Break below and then pull back up. So at this point in the chart, this is a spot you will have take profit already, because you do not know the price is gonna come back down, or you do not know that the price is gonna start breaking upwards and start triggering back sell limits over here. So right now, if you have an order, close your position, because this profit would have been enough for you, especially if you have gotten your order from the bottom of this week, right? From the bottom of this week, about 5 to 6,000 pips should be enough for you to close your position right now, okay? And in the 1 hour candle, as you can see, the 1 hour candle has created a what? Has created a reversal. The next thing we're gonna wait is for the 1 hour candle to create a complete reversal. A complete reversal is when a 1 hour candle push up, triggered sell limits at this resistance over here, and is able to close above this resistance over here. So if the 1 hour candle is able to close above this resistance over here, the next candle retracement, I will start buying. Or the next candle creating low wick, I will start buying once more, okay? Because I've already got my position from over here, and I've closed at this wick over here, correct? So the next thing I'm going to do is wait for the price to show some price action for me to enter another position, okay? At the least, if it is not going to break this resistance over here, at the least the 1 hour time frame has to close as a green candle, and the next candle creating a low wick would be where I'm gonna buy, and then wait for the price to take out this resistance, and this is where I'm gonna place my take profit. So that's all I have to say for today. So please be safe in trading, manage your money well, manage your risk well, and don't always lose your capital. That is the most important thing for you to keep, okay? So for today, that's all I'll be saying. So see ya.